Hello there. Today we have a washing machine circuit board device. I only have this little circuit board here. I don't have the whole washing machine. The friend who brought it said that something has burst underneath. Let's open it and look at it together to see what it might have. From the top, the little circuit looks simple. It doesn't look messed up. Let's check underneath. Here we see that we take the black wire directly to the cap. If we turn it from underneath, we can check where the black wire is, like this. There is a Triac here. You see it here. This Triac has connected the black wire, and apparently it is also cracked, so there is power coming from there. And next to it, I have other smaller Triacs, and this is the largest among the fine control components. And here are contacts that go to and control the resistor, the valves. The large one obviously can't be for the motor. Maybe it is, I don't know. The only thing I know is that this has blown. It shows. And if I look carefully here in my circuit, I see that two resistors here have also burned. One resistor here and one resistor here, neither of which seems to be in good condition. But this doesn't bother me much because I have other identical Triacs nearby, which, as I mentioned, also control almost the same loads on the washing machine, so the currents are usually the same. If we observe the resistors next to them with these two resistors, the values should be the same. And if we follow the printed circuit, we will see that the gate that triggers and passes through this safe latch, it passes through this resistor here, the burnt one, and it goes to the anode, and then the gate continues. Through this burnt one, it goes to the anode, and then it goes to the controller through this burnt one to give us the command to trigger this Triac. So we have analyzed the circuit, how it connects to this Triac. And if we go to the neighboring one, we see these two resistors doing exactly the same thing. One goes from the gate to ground, and the other from the gate to the integrated circuit that drives it. So I see the values. One is EKomega, and the other is cis-10-OR. So I install these resistors and will modify the track. And if the voltage hasn't moved into the controller, if someone has the control, the washing machine will work. Well, I can't find SMD resistors in the market. Where I am right now, I have to order them. So I will use a regular resistor. I will cut their leads and mount them onto the SMDs. The Triac is right here. I have found it. It's the same, 600V4A. But even if I hadn't found an SMD, I would still use a regular Triac and mount it right here. Please write in the comments if you do this. That is, if you use peripheral Triacs or similar ones when you can't find them for your repairs. Honestly, I do it quite often, mostly to save time, meaning until I place an order and everything arrives, it's better to find a similar one and put it directly on. Many times I've said that honestly, I should live in China because you can find everything quickly there. And even though we complain about them, they are our Chinese friends. And here in this case, after we did circuit analysis and saw how the Triac behaves and that it is a simple control. Okay, we used two resistors that are not SMD and a Triac anyway, which I happened to find the same model. So I finished placing the components. You can see the two resistors here with the Triac on top. What I did isn't anything special, and I said that if the controller isn't fried, it will be okay. These parts, especially on plastic, need to be cleaned thoroughly. Because a connection might stick there and cause a short circuit, that this insulation becomes conductive and causes a short circuit. And I will connect it. I should put it on the washing machine now to test it. I can't do anything else beyond what I could check. I have already checked it. Of course, I have also measured the small motors, and everything is okay. And the front resistors that supply power. Overall, I have measured everything I could on it. So this is the operation. Something else I wanted to show you. We see this in many packages, and you have questions about these capacitors, these large capacitors here. This one takes the 220V, steps it down, 220V passes through it. and are rectified through the diodes here. They are rectified. They are smoothed by the capacitors. And there are some regulators here that step down to 12V for it to work, to power the circuits on top. That is, the capacitor acts as a power supply. Basically, it steps down the voltage to 12V so the relay can operate, and the integrated circuits located underneath. This device doesn't have another power supply, and if this one fails, it doesn't work at all. So that's all for today. Until the next video. Have a good time. Hello everyone.